I'm serious, guys. 56 minutes. That is all it took for a teenager who was ranked outside the top 900 just a year ago to step onto the bright blue hard courts of Acapulco and send Cameron Norrie packing in straight sets. We're talking 6-3, 6-2. This wasn't just a shock defeat, it was a where were you when the next gen officially took over kind of moment. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are deep diving into the meteoric rise of the latest Spanish sensation. No, it's not Alcaraz this time. Though they are friends, it's Rafael Jodar, the kid from Leganés, who just proved that the college to pro pipeline isn't just working, it's producing monsters. We're going to break down how this match happened, why Cameron Norrie looked so lost, and why you need to put Jodar on your radar right now before he cracks the top 100, which, by the way, is literally days away. Let's set the scene. It's the Abierto Mexicano Telkel in Acapulco. Cameron Norrie, the seventh seed here, a guy who has won an Indian Wells Masters title and has been a finalist at this very tournament before, is expected to cruise through this opening round. On the other side, Rafael Jodar. He's 19. He was originally supposed to play the qualifiers, but the tournament organizers saw his recent form and said, you know what, take a wild card. Let's see what you've got. And boy, did he show them. The first set actually started out fairly competitive. It stayed on serve for the first seven games. You're thinking, okay, Norrie's experience will eventually wear the kid down. But in the eighth game, Jodar smelled blood. He broke Norrie on his second attempt and then calmly served out the set 6-3. But it's the second set that should have every pro tour terrified. Norrie, who we know is a great fighter, as Jodar himself admitted after the match, was completely out of sorts. Jodar didn't just win the second set, he went on a power hitting blitz. He reeled off 5 games in a row. Get this, during that 5 game stretch, he only lost 2 points, just two, against a guy who has been top 10 in the world. The stats from Infosys are even crazier. Jodar committed only 6 unforced errors in the entire match. 6. He didn't face a single break point. He was playing PlayStation tennis, while Nori was just trying to survive the storm. So who is this kid? Where did he come from? Well, he was born in Madrid on September 17th, 2006, and he represents the Chamartin Tennis Club. But if you really want to know why his game looks so pro ready at 19, you have to look at his time in the United States. Jodar is the latest success story from the University of Virginia, the UVA Cavaliers. He joined them in January 2024 and basically set the college world on fire. He was the 2025 ITA National Rookie of the Year and the ACC Freshman of the Year. He went 19-3 in singles for UVA, playing mostly on the top court. And this is where it gets interesting for all you tennis nerds out there. Jodar is part of this new college to ATP revolution. We've seen it with Ben Shelton out of Florida, Brandon Nakashima, who also went to UVA, and Lerner Tien. These guys aren't just grinding on the junior circuit, they're getting physically stronger and mentally tougher in the NCAA system. Before he even turned pro in December 2025, Yoda was already winning ATP Challenger titles in Lincoln and Charlottesville. He even won the 2024 US Open boys singles title. beating the top three seeds to do it. So while the win over Norrie might be a shock to the general public, the people following the Challenger Tour saw this coming like a freight train. And can we talk about his mentors for a second? Imagine being a teenager and having Rafael Nadal as your idol. So far, so normal for a Spanish kid, right? But Jodar actually got to meet Nadal during the next gen ATP finals in Saudi Arabia. And then there's Carlos Alcaraz. Jodar has been Alcaraz's sparring partner at Melbourne Park. He said they have a great relationship because Alcaraz is just a very good person. When you're practicing with world number one on center courts, playing Cameron Norrie in Acapulco probably doesn't feel quite as intimidating. Let's talk about the numbers because they are staggering. 12 months ago, Rafael Jodar was ranked outside the top 900. As I'm filming this, his live ranking has jumped 13 places to number 101. He is one win away from the top 100. How do you move 800 spots in a year? You stay busy. Jodar told reporters after the match that he hasn't had 2 or 3 weeks at home to even process what's happening because he's traveling and playing constantly. He is enjoying the process, but the process is moving at warp speed. In the last 6 months alone, he's bagged three ATP Challenger titles and already has three tour level wins this year. He reached the final in Canberra and the second round of the Australian Open after fighting through the qualifiers. Think about that. His first ever Grand Slam main draw, and he immediately picks up a win. Against Norrie, we saw the full package: aggressive baseline play, a massive serve that won him 71.1% of his service games over the last year, and a terrifying ability to capitalize on breakpoints. He's only the fourth player born in 2006 or later to win a match at the ATP 500 level, joining the likes of Joao Fonseca and Justin Engel. That is elite company, folks. Now, for Cameron Norrie, this is a tough pill to swallow. He came into this match with a 19-17 record on hard courts over the last year. He was looking to rebound after a tough loss to Christopher O'Connell in Rotterdam. He even said before the match that Jodar had a lot of momentum and he'd need to be at his best. But even best effort, Norrie couldn't handle a kid who committed only six unforced errors. It's a reminder of how the fast game is getting and how little room there is for an off day when these young guns are across the net. So, what happens now? Jodar moves into the second round in Acapulco where he'll face either Grigor Dimitrov or Terence Atmane. If it's Dimitrov, we are in for a treat. The veteran style versus the new age power. But even beyond this tournament, the message is clear. The Spanish factory is still running at 100% capacity. After Nadal and Alcaraz, we now have Jodar. He is mature. One source called him the most mature 19-year-old you're going to meet, and he's got the intelligent game to match his physical tools. He turned pro just a few months ago in December 2025, and he's already acting like he belongs on the big stages. He's not just happy to be there, he's there to win. Guys, I want to hear from you. Is Rafael Jodar the real deal, or was this just a perfect storm match where Norrie happened to be off his game? Can Jodar crack the top 50 by the end of the season? My money is on yes. When you can win an ATP 500 match in under an hour without without facing a single break point, you aren't just a prospect. You're a problem for the rest of the tour. Drop a comment below. Let me know if you think the college tennis route is the new secret weapon for making it on tour. And if you enjoyed this breakdown of Jodar's insane Acapulco run, hit that like button and subscribe. We'll be following his second round match very closely. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.